Bismillah ar-Rahman ar-Rahim. When Allah speaks about the month of Ramadan in the Qur'an, He starts off with saying, Ya ayyuhalladhina amanu kutiba alaykumus siyam kama kutiba ala alladhina min qablikum la'allakum tattaqun. O you who believe, surely fasting has been prescribed upon you as it was prescribed upon those before you, so you may become from the people of Taqwa. Now I'd like to spend a few minutes discussing this concept of Taqwa and how important it is to every single one of us here. So what does Taqwa mean? Taqwa literally means putting a barrier between yourself and anything that you may fear. Anything that's going to cause you harm or something you may fear. Taqwa literally means you put a barrier between that. So how does one have taqwa between himself and his Lord? By putting a barrier between ourselves and that which is going to earn Allah's anger and His punishment. And what is the barrier that we can put between ourselves and Allah's punishment? That is two things. Number one is doing righteous deeds and doing that which Allah loves and is pleased with, and that which will earn His mercy. And the second thing is abstaining from that which Allah has made haram, staying away from that which Allah has made haram upon us, that which is harmful to us. These are the two things which we can use as a barrier between ourselves and between that which we fear Allah's punishment. And I ask Allah, He protects us all from His punishment. Secondly, where is taqwa? Where can taqwa be found? It's important we understand the Prophet ﷺ, he said, Taqwa hahuna. وَأَشَارَ إِلَىٰ قَلْبِهِ ثَلَاثًا. The Prophet said, Taqwa is here, pointing to his heart, 3 times. Taqwa doesn't necessarily mean having a long beard or having a short thobe or wearing the niqab, but rather taqwa is having this understanding between whatever we do in our lives, that we are trying to protect ourselves from the punishment of Allah and we are trying to earn Allah's mercy and His blessings. This is what taqwa is. From the great virtues of taqwa, just in this dunya alone, is that way Allah says in the Qur'an about taqwa, He says, وَاتَّقُوا اللَّهَ وَيُعَلِّمُكُمُ اللَّهُ. Fear Allah and surely Allah will teach you in return. Allah will give us knowledge and understanding of this religion if we fear Him. From those things which show us the importance of taqwa is that way Allah says, وَمَن يَتَّقِ اللَّهَ يَجْعَلْ لَهُ مَخْرَجًا وَيَرْزُقْهُ مِنْ حَيْثُ لَا يَحْتَسِبُ. That whomsoever fears Allah, then surely Allah will make a way out for any hardship and difficulty he is facing. Any problems that you have, fear Allah and understand that you have to be patient and anticipate His reward and be patient, and surely Allah will make a way out from this trial and tribulation you are going through. وَيَرْزُقْهُ مِنْ حَيْثُ لَا يَحْتَسِبُ. And Allah will provide for him from a means that a slave could not even comprehend existed. From the great virtues and blessings of taqwa is that Allah says, إِنَّ اللَّهَ يُحِبُّ الْمُتَّقِينَ. That surely Allah loves the people of taqwa, the people of piety and God consciousness and the people who fear Allah. Allah loves them. And the reality is, if there was no other virtue other than this, that Allah loves the people of taqwa, this would be sufficient. So how do we become from the people of taqwa? From the greatest ways of becoming from the muttaqeen, the people of taqwa, is by fasting. This blessing that we have upon us in this month of Ramadan. And that is through 3 things. We find that this blessed month of Ramadan, the month of fasting, is one of the greatest ways that we can become from the people of taqwa. And that is through 3 ways. The first one is if we can abstain from our natural inclinations for 18, 19 hours a day, from food and drink, that which is normal to us, then surely we can abstain and get rid of any bad habit or any sin from our lives, therefore drawing closer to Allah and more distant from His anger and His punishment. The second thing, how this month of Ramadan enables us to become from the people of piety and taqwa, is that where we practice complete sincerity. And that is where somebody can go alone and he can open his fast without nobody seeing him, but he stays sincere to his Lord. He knows that Allah is watching me and He sees and He hears me. So like this, in the month of Ramadan, where we abstain from that which is haram for us in these particular hours, food and drink, like this is in our entire lives, we abstain from that which Allah has made haram upon us. That which Allah has made haram upon us, we abstain from that, knowing that Allah hears and He sees. So again, we practice sincerity completely in this month of Ramadan. The third way, how we become from the muttaqeen in this month of Ramadan, is that you find good deeds and righteousness is widespread. where the Prophet said, when the first night of Ramadan comes, the most evil from amongst the shayateen are locked up. So you find their influence becomes very small. Being from the pious and righteous and fasting and praying your salah and reading the Qur'an is easy in the month of Ramadan compared to the other months.